welcome back to the Probably TMI Podcast.
Hi.
What's up, girls?
How was everyone's week this week?
Good.
First week of November.
Feeling so thankful.
Oh my God. You know what? I woke up this morning and just took that fresh November breath of air and just felt so Christian and so fall.
You know, yesterday I took Grandma to go potty in the morning, and there was like a crazy amount of Blue Jays and Cardinals in your backyard.
In our backyard?
Yeah, which I feel like normally is not a whole lot of wildlife, but I was just like,
wildlife.
I was just out there with Graham, like just watching the birds, and it was so nice.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What a beautiful story to share.
Yeah.
You know, in those moments, I look at the sky and I remember that Christ is
Still our king.
still always was and always will be.
Yeah.
Too good. Anyway, yeah, my week's been pretty good. It's been a little bit busy. We launched holiday drinks at Starbucks, so it's been kind of crazy. Toasted white mocha, by far my favorite though.
Really? I
Yes.
tried the sugar cookie today, and it was
Sugar
chef's
cookie's
kiss.
good.
It's magnifique.
The sugar cookie's really good with oat milk. Just
Yeah.
instead of
Really?
almond milk. Just
Oh,
a
okay.
little, just a little.
Okay.
Oat milk is the vibe, just with
Yeah.
anything now,
Yeah,
honestly.
it gives that like nice nutty richness
Absolutely.
to the bev.
That's what people say about you.
Nutty richness.
Nutty rich. That's your name in my phone. Nutty richness.
Because I'm nuts.
You're nutty and rich. Anyway, so yeah, it's been good. Just, you know,
Good.
busy as ever. We wrapped up Spooktober.
We
Yeah.
did.
That was so fun.
Studio's looking...
We're pretty bare, but we're back to the original look.
We're back to the bare bones of the studio. It's looking how it used to be.
crisp.
Nice and crisp and clean.
What was your guys' favorite Halloween look?
For us or like from anybody?
I guess, yeah, both.
Well,
don't
you know, Halloween is such a big, like, thing for, like, college people. Like, my brother went to FSU for the weekend.
Oh,
well, it was also
really?
his birthday. So, birthday / Halloween weekend.
Okay.
He's 20. Disgusting. Anyways, he went to FSU, and they, like, dress up every night in something different. So, like, Friday night he was something, Saturday
Are you
night he was
serious?
something, Sunday night he was something. And I'm
That's
like,
fun.
I, like, scrimmaged for something last minute just to, like, do something. Like,
Yeah.
so I only dressed up as a pirate. That was the only thing that
Gotcha.
I came up with, but
Yeah.
I looked pretty cute, so
Yeah, your pirate costume is cute.
thanks.
Yeah, it was really cute.
you.
She slayed. Go to Instagram, check us out to see the beloved costume.
Got really intoxicated that night.
You did. You did. It was fun.
It was fun.
I wore my cactus costume from the last pod, and I watched my nephew trick or treat, and he was a police car, and it was really cute.
So cute. On Halloween night, I was so tired from work that my mom and we were like getting ready to be in the mindset to toss out candy to, not toss, but like give out candy to kids. And like kids like kind of started coming and we could see them in our Ring camera, and Mom and I looked at each other and they're like, "You want to take this one?" No. And we're like, "Okay, we're just going to put a bowl outside." And then Mom just watched them come up and just grab the candy from the
You guys didn't
bowl.
sit out this year?
No,
Just
we were
chilled inside?
No, Mom and I were like, "Fuck that. We're so tired."
Also, I didn't get intoxicated the night of Halloween because that was a Monday. I had to work the next day.
Yeah.
The Friday prior. That was responsible.
I think that my all-time favorite Halloween costume was none other than Heidi Klum's worm costume.
Oh my
It was
God.
scary.
Did you guys see that?
Oh, boob cramp.
Well, she's like,
Anyway.
okay.
That's the muscle I
Okay.
pulled earlier.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just like really like twitched it.
She's like notorious for doing like crazy Halloween
I had
costumes
no
every
idea.
year.
Yeah.
I had no
Like,
idea.
really weird.
like Heidi Klum's like Halloween bash.
Like something you'd absolutely like not dress up as. She dresses up
Yeah.
as.
This was next level, though.
This, I was scared. I was genuinely like, how the fuck did they do this?
Yeah.
Like I
when
didn't
she
know.
said that she felt like claustrophobic, I was like, oh,
Duh.
like I didn't even think about that, but like I can't imagine having to have your arms down
And
for
you're-
like all day and all night long.
Oh my God, the sweat that would just pool up. Like if your like arms are right by your sides,
Oh.
the armpit sweat and like just like dripping down, I can only imagine. And the one of her just on the ground, just on the red carpet, just like just a worm. I was like,
Yeah.
first of all, somebody had to probably carry you up.
Uh-huh.
And like
Like an earthworm. Like, yeah, for Halloween, I'm going to be an earthworm this year.
I thought it was iconic. It's the best one
Oh,
yet.
yeah,
It's the best thing
it
I've
is
ever
iconic
seen.
for
She
sure.
throws pretty great parties. That's for like all the celebrities.
Yeah.
Like I filmed a TikTok on you guys. If you guys saw it, go over to the Probably TMI TikTok.
See it.
We posted a TikTok rating celebrities Halloween costumes, and lots of the costumes were like the same backdrop, so like you could tell that they were all at Heidi's party.
I'd like to just put a tick in that conversation real quick. Circle back.
TikTok.
How do you pronounce? I noticed you pronounce costume. Like I feel like you say it with the CH.
Costume.
I feel like it's more of a costume.
Costume.
No,
That's how I say it. Costume.
I say
costume. I'm noticing that's how you guys say it.
Costume.
Costume.
We say it the same.
You guys really like emphasize the U.
So you're the problem.
No,
because you're the minority.
Costume. You say cost. You guys sound like costume or costume.
Because it's spelled COSTUME.
Yeah, but costume.
Oh boy.
You're saying it like STOOM.
Yeah, costume. That's how you're supposed to say it. Anyways. Should I get Siri on this bitch? Let's get it. Let's really debunk.
Okay.
Let's really debunk how you say costume real quick.
Type it in. Let's see, because Siri, we all know that Siri is like the absolute.
Costume in English. Okay. No, just say it.
Just like
costume in English
pronunciation.
Why don't you just say, "Hey Siri, say this"?
Oh, here we go. Here's a weird guy saying it with like a mustache.
Okay, well.
Now I have to open it in YouTube. You guys, hold on.
This is getting out of hand.
Suit? Oh, that was just suit.
Oh my god.
You know what? We're just gonna go with the flow.
Hey Siri, say costume. Okay, never mind.
Siri doesn't even get it.
You know what? It's whatever way you want it to be.
I think it's costume, but they say costume, and I feel like it's like a caramel kind of situation.
I had no idea people pronounce costume a different way.
I didn't either. I think that's just
like caramel and caramel are very different than costume.
Costume. Throwing on my costume.
I use caramel
Happy
and
birthday.
caramel interchange. Like I use them both. It depends on the thing and the way that I say it.
I'm a caramel girl.
Am I going through menopause? I'm like so hot.
Quarter life crisis. I'm hot too.
Okay, it's probably the beanie.
My face is hot.
Yeah, I'm really hot in the studio today. I mean, the weather is starting to drop here in New York, but it's just still not easy.
A little bit.
Anyway, Heidi Klum really slayed. She said it took her all day to get into that little worm outfit.
Yeah, kudos to the artist that did that, because they killed it.
The artist didn't want to do it, apparently.
Really?
The artist was originally like, no. And then Heidi's like, please, please.
I must be a worm.
My dream is to be a worm.
Oh my god.
And then he,
I'll pay you anything.
Yep. And he took the bull by the horn and made her a worm. So yeah.
Thanks, Heidi, for the entertainment of the week.
I liked it. I thought it was so fun to see.
I was just confused, but I loved it too. It's like, cool.
I didn't know what I was looking at either at first. I was like, what is this? Who is this?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Yeah.
It scared me a
I
little
didn't
bit.
know what I was looking at first. I was very confused.
I really liked it.
But Halloween's over.
Halloween's over. We're back to Christian Girl Fall.
Christian Girl Fall, speaking of Taylor Swift's new album.
Oh. The perfect Christian girl anthem.
I don't know, just like, it's the Taylor Swift that has like that curly hair with the guitar that's like Christian Girl Autumn, so that just made me think, and then I'm like, okay, Taylor Swift. And then she has a new album. Midnights.
Is that what it's called? Midnights,
I think,
okay.
Right?
Midnights. I love Taylor Swift, but I also don't know how I feel about Taylor Swift because
so true.
I don't know, I feel like she's overrated.
So true, but also
like
iconic.
I like all of her stuff though. I would say she's definitely one of those people I have to listen to her songs a few times and then I like love it. But usually the first time I listen to it, I'm like,
Yeah.
But yeah, don't know how to feel about her. I feel like she's also just trying to be someone she's not in a sense. Like, you know what I mean?
You think so?
Like this whole like era, because she's changed so many times.
Yeah. Well,
like I feel like the Red era was like her.
Well, like I grew up listening to Taylor Swift, so like I'm like, the Sparks Fly and like the Fearless album.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like Fearless, Speak Now, Red, like I feel like that was all the same person, and now she's trying to like reinvent herself, but I'm like, no, that's not
she's
you.
also like 30 years old, so like she's
I get it.
She's just trying to stay,
relevant.
I mean,
but she's trying to be like a little more like hardcore and like dark, and it's just like,
this wasn't an album where I was like, I need to stay up till midnight to listen to it. I was just like, oh, cool, she came out with a new album. But people are going crazy.
Some people have Taylor Swift has a cult following.
Oh yeah,
she really.
What are they called? Swifties,
and let me tell you, I really like Taylor Swift back in her country era. I went to the Taylor Swift Rascal Flatts concert, and I still brag about that to this day.
Really? And she doesn't like country, so that's
I like the older country, like the Toby Keith, like Rascal Flatts era.
Old country is
really Tim McGraw. That's my type of country music, and I don't know, like, 22 was a smash fucking hit.
Right.
And then, like, she's had bops, like, I Knew You Were Trouble.
Oh, she's got tons of bops.
Tons of bops. But again, yeah, I'm not waiting on that album, like bowing down. I barely do that to any of my favorite artists as is. Like, I'm old now. Like, I'm not staying up till midnight. I have work.
Like, when I have the time, I will give it a listen.
Absolutely. I haven't even listened to the 1975 album.
I haven't till midnight to listen to.
Oh, I have. With the 1975, 1,000%. Yeah.
I'll hear it the next day. No rush.
Yeah, I get that. That's how I am.
Who am I trying to beat?
Right.
To the chase? Other than myself.
I have a bag to catch, okay?
True.
Yeah, Taylor, I was thinking about her earlier today when I was taking the trash out.
Were you?
I was. And I was like, you know what? Taylor
Why?
Swift. I don't know. I don't know. I was like,
yeah.
Taylor
that sounds
Swift.
very much like you want to, like, she's trash.
Oops, sorry. No, yeah. I don't know. Same thing in my mind. Anyway, I was like doing the trash and I was like,
dragged.
Sorry, Taylor.
Swifties are coming.
I'm just joking. I like Taylor Swift. But I was like just trying to understand how I feel about her too, which is why I'm going to piggyback off what you said. I was like, you either like Taylor Swift or you don't. And then I'm like, wait, no, that's not true. Yeah. Because there's people like me where I'm like, oh, I think she's iconic. And I think that she, like, has made a difference in the world, for sure. Like,
definitely
people love her. Yeah. Talented, she's made her mark. But I guess I'm just, like, I wouldn't even say I'm not into her music, because I feel like I am.
It's just not like your first...
I wouldn't
I'm not
spend
compelled.
$400 to see her live.
Or like, when you get in the car, the first thing you're not going to put on her music first thing you get in the car.
Yeah,
right.
no.
It's like, it's just like she's there, we appreciate her, but she's not, like, our idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think TikTok's ruined that for me.
But I like her.
Yep. TikTok, I feel like, has ruined it for me because I just hear snippets of her song, like the eyeliner so sharp it could cut a man, and I'm like,
no.
I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
Or like the I don't know.
That's what I mean by, like, she's trying to be like some hardcore, like,
right. It's like, honey, you have a boyfriend now and you're like settled in.
Does she?
Like, yeah.
Who?
I don't know his name. Just some like.
See, yeah, I don't know.
Just
enough.
some like white guy.
I don't know enough. Is there any other new music anybody's been?
Oh, you mentioned Drake dropped an album.
Literally
is it
today.
Drake and someone else?
I think so, but I don't know who.
Oh, did he do a collab?
I haven't listened to.
It's like his album.
Don't tell me it's Future. Future.
I think
sucks.
it is. Low-key.
No, I don't like Future.
Oh wait, is it?
Oh, it's 21 Savage.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it's called Honestly Nevermind. And he has a song with 21 Savage. But other than that, it's all him.
This is like the same album because Text Go Green was on his last album.
Well, then it wasn't, maybe it was like a...
Oh my gosh, wait, that just reminded me. What do you guys think of Taylor Swift redropping past albums and saying Taylor's version?
I like it.
I think, like...
Girl power.
Well, because
I
Scooter
get
was...
it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like, it feels a little bit more like a money grab.
Well, I still listen to the original ones because... It's just like...
Yeah, it's like...
Like, yeah, Taylor's album because her manager fucked her over and it's like she didn't even get the money from it. Like, yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now she's redoing it with...
But yeah, it is kind of like you're just doing it for the money.
To me, I listened to some of the songs. They sounded the same. Some of them sounded
were
the exact
basically
same.
the exact same, but like some of them are a little longer. Like she added parts to it, or like just changed like some like parts, but they're like mainly the same.
Okay, but that's the thing though. If you think about it like this, if you make a song when you're like 18 years old, you're writing about what you're going through at the time. Why are you adding things from your personal experience as a 30-year-old to a song you wrote as when you were 18?
I think it's supposed to be like what she wanted it to be in the first place.
Well, it's like the same words.
Yeah.
Then is it just like the beat, the harmony?
Well, because she didn't own those records when she first made those when she was a kid, 16, 17, 18. They were owned by her manager, and she never got the revenue from it. So she's now doing like a huge turnaround, fuck you to Scooter.
Oh, it is a money grab then. She's like, let me get my bag.
So she's getting her bag. And
but it's like, girl, you have money. Like,
well, her Swifties are like, yes, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, it's...
Because they'll be behind anything.
So it makes sense. Like, I mean, I would feel angry if my manager took all the money from all the songs I wrote, I sang. I would feel the same way.
Okay, speaking of, you know who does that? BTS.
Her.
BTS.
Wait, oh my god, let's get into BTS.
Oh my god, you guys.
Enough about Taylor.
BTS, they release albums and then they'll release the same album but in Japanese, and then they'll release another album. It's all the same with like different remixes. So it's like this last album that they dropped before the Great Departure. This last album that they dropped is an anthology album, which is no new music, like maybe 3 new songs, and then all of the rest of the songs are their old songs, but like original mixes of them. So it's not like you're getting real music.
It's wild because BTS is another cult following type of like artists.
Army here.
Like, it's like these people can just do anything.
Army check-in. Yes, they can, baby. I'm right there for it. Support. But yeah, no, Jin, they're all going into the military now, and they broke everyone's heart in June because they talked about their disbandment and that they were doing solo albums.
I remember the day we found out.
In the car on the way back from International Mall.
This bitch slammed on the brakes.
I said, hold up. I didn't know what to think. Yeah. But so it was just like talked about by Jin because he's the oldest member and he has to do like the mandatory Korean military service.
Wait, only one of them does?
They all do, but Jin's going first because he's older. You have to complete it before you're 30, basically.
Oh, okay.
And so he was just, it was basically revealed that when they were disbanded, that's when they were supposed to go into the military. But they weren't expecting some of their tracks to do so well. So they're like, okay, then let's just go on a like, do a few concerts. And then after that, they're like, well, let's go to the Grammys. And then after that, Jin's like, well, now I don't want to go.
So question, because I don't know a whole lot about Korean culture and everything. Because they're Korean, correct?
Yes.
Are they, like, controlled? Because I've heard, like, with K-pop, like, a lot of the groups have a lot of, like, control over them by other people. So is it other people making, like, all these decisions for them kind of thing?
And, like what decisions? Like, going to the military?
Yeah, like, or just how it all works. Like, I don't know.
Just, like, the Korean music industry. And
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, basically, like, yes, it's very strict and tough, and a lot of aspects of your life are controlled when you're in K-pop. But the choice to go into the military is not only mandatory that anybody in K-pop has to, but BTS, because of how much revenue they made for Korea, the government were like, oh, we don't know if we're going to actually send them. We don't know. And BTS themselves were like, no, we're tired of the government being in charge of our futures. We're just going to do it. So it was totally BTS's choice.
Oh, okay.
And they were like...
That's so interesting because, like, you don't see Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber enlisting into the army or anything.
Of course
in
not.
the United States.
Isn't it kind of
that's
weird?
That's why America has so many privileged people.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Different.
It's very... People applauded them. They're like, yeah, because some of the Korean people were like, why did they get like a cop-out when everybody else had to do it?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. But even though in Korea, you're exempted from fulfilling your army service if you've, like, won Olympic medals or you've, like, done, like, really outrageous achievements.
Like
and people were like, well, BTS has, because they're, like, a global phenomenon. They literally, like, paved the way for K-pop. So, yeah, they decided themselves, like, we're just going to do it. We're tired of being on the fence with it. And we, you know, Korea and Korean people are about, like, nobility and, like, being... you know, fair and, you know, so they were like, yeah, let's just fucking do it. So Jin, I'm pretty sure, is already fulfilling his service. Like, he just went, like, either in the past few days or is going in the next few days. So
that's crazy.
So sad. Won't hear any new music from my boys for 2 years.
Is that how long they have to provide service?
Yeah, it's like a year and a half, basically. Like, like something, 48 months, I don't even know.
Let's hope they all stay safe. Well, Jen, stay safe.
I know. It was really sad. It's been a really tough year for BTS fans.
How are you doing?
For sure.
Doing okay?
I'm okay because, you know what? I got into Stray Kids and now I feel like the
Into what?
Stray Kids.
Is this another K-pop?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hole in my K-pop heart has been filled by another group.
Okay, good.
Not like BTS ever will. Obviously, I'll miss
They're
them.
not replaced.
Right,
Just
but
filling the hole.
Yeah, but yeah, Stray Kids will keep me company and watch over me. They'll babysit me until BTS comes back.
Speaking of staying safe, Migos.
Oh my god. Speaking of staying safe, what a transition. Somebody did not stay safe this weekend.
Well, it's just like
That's wild. That's really wild.
Like how too is just like
It was one of their own members that shot Takeoff.
It's like it's just.
To be honest, I loved Migos.
Yeah, me too.
Like stir fry. Oh my god.
Like they're obviously like it's done. Like they can't just go on without.
Oh yeah.
You know what I didn't know that's heartbreaking? They're all related. They're cousins, and Quavo is like their uncle. And Quavo is apparently the one that like got everybody riled up at the dice game, like, and that's why the shots were fired. So Quavo's
life taken from a fucking game.
And Takeoff was like so chill. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just chilling, and like gunshots went off, and then apparently he like stood up, like what the fuck, and that's when he got bodied.
And they were, I've seen, you know, like videos of them, and they're so close as a you know, 3 of them.
Who's the guy that does the like panda?
That's Designer.
He also said that he's not doing music anymore.
Yeah, he said
because
fuck
of
this.
it.
Yeah, because he was close with Takeoff, and he's like,
Yeah.
I can't be a part of this. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just like furthered my fear of like being safe. Like I don't feel safe anywhere anymore.
So were they at like a public area, or was it like more, since they're amigos, they were at like a...
I think it was like they were like at a bowling alley or something.
So sad.
Yeah, they were playing the dice game, and then Quavo, I guess, got a little too heated, and
Then
then just...
your like bandmate dying right in front of you.
Yeah, Skylar insisted on showing me the video of his lifeless body on the ground.
Oh.
And then them having to like scoop him up back together.
Do you know where they got shot?
He got shot in the head.
Oh my god.
Right in the back of the head, and he died immediately. Rest in peace, Takeoff, man.
Yeah.
It's so, like, so sad.
Yeah.
So sad to see it.
Definitely such a tragic situation. Rest in peace, Takeoff for sure.
Rest in peace, Takeoff.
But going into a lighter note, like we said, it's November, the month of thankfulness, the month of being blessed by the most presents that we could, which are Scorpios. And one of our co-hosts here, guess who, is Scorpio, and his birthday is coming up. Charlotte!
Hello, that's me.
What day is it again?
The 7th, so Monday.
Oh my gosh, so soon.
Yes.
How old will you be? Say it to the crowd.
I'm gonna be 26.
Okay, I thought you were 20. I thought it was gonna be 27 for a second. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be 27 actually. This is actually the last year that I'm going to age.
oh right, you're just gonna stop, or you're gonna die?
Oh, she's going.
No, I'm gonna
27
just stop. I'm just gonna be 26
Oh,
now
okay.
forever. I wanted to be 25 just forever, but like I didn't plan for that, so now I'm 26. So
Right.
you know,
26.
26, married.
I don't like it.
Halfway to
Look at
50,
you.
I really
bro.
don't. I think
51.
the best year to be would be like 22 or 23.
I love 22. That was my, like, if I could be an age, it would be 22.
Yeah,
For some
just stay
reason.
there forever.
Yeah.
That would be ideal for sure. I'm not looking forward to being 26. It just sounds,
Yeah, it does.
and I don't want to.
But you don't look 26.
That doesn't matter. It's just like the when
I
you have to,
feel
when someone
26.
asks you and you have to say it, and you're just like, ugh,
That's me now. Like
cringe
that, I
a
just
little bit
turned
inside.
24. I'm like,
It's like now
Yeah.
I'm closer to 30 than 20,
You are.
and that's like, yikes.
That's really scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
God, I don't know how people have done it. They just have to, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
but me, as long as you're
it is what it is.
healthy,
but-
happy.
God damn. Well, speaking of
Yeah.
what it is, let's talk about Gabby from The Bachelor.
Have you guys watched any like of Dancing with the Stars?
No.
No.
I haven't like watched the show. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Sorry.
But
She looks like she's slaying.
I
She-
still
yeah,
haven't even
she's-
finished The Bachelor. I have one episode
Neither
left,
have-
which is
I've only watched what we watched.
I've only
that
watched
one
it.
day.
That
Yeah.
fateful TikTok night.
Just haven't, you know, the time. But yeah, she's on Dancing with the Stars, and I guess the latest episode that aired, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. The guy, I don't know the host's name, but asked her about like her relationship with Eric from.
Oh.
They like just posted together and everything.
I know, but she was like, "Oh yeah, we're just rooting for each other from afar of what we're doing." So like, she didn't give a clarification like we're together, we're not together. She just kind of like let it linger.
So they must be in a rocky spot.
Yeah, or
'Cause
they're-
she doesn't seem like the one to like shy away from the truth.
I don't know. They were engaged and everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe they just
engagement.
don't want to be engaged. They want to take things a little bit more slow,
Maybe.
which is what happens all the time with people from The Bachelor.
Maybe they don't want to. Maybe she doesn't want to make it clear because she just want to give the ring back.
That too.
You have to give the ring back. When
Or
you're-
she's just like,
Gabby's smart. She could do
you know,
something.
she's doing phenomenal with Dancing with the Stars. She's like living her life.
Oh my God, speaking of, I was at work and we were talking about like Gabby, and I forget who said this, but they're like, oh yeah, that girl from The Bachelor on Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, Gabby, I love her. They're like, you do? And I'm
What's
like,
not to love?
yes, I love Gabby. She's like kind of airheaded. Love that.
Yeah, we love that.
She has managed to like make it this
She's-
far in life.
yeah,
and
she's pretty awesome,
Not all the way there
She
mentally.
has like the airheaded personality, but she's a very like sophisticated. Like she's a nurse. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
she's definitely like intelligent.
smart,
She just comes
yeah.
off a little
Yeah,
like
just fun.
drunk.
Yeah,
Is the best
Yes.
way to put it.
Slurry.
Yeah,
Slur.
like when we first started watching, we were just like, "Is this girl drunk?" Like all the
we
time.
always thought we were like,
what's
she's
going
got to be on
with
some
this?
sort of like antidepressants or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, like I
I don't know. Like, you never know where things can go.
Like, I'm just like, yeah.
But also, you guys have to watch Bachelor in Paradise because it's crazy.
My parents watch that.
I don't know if
fun.
I can. I don't want to watch anything with that whore Shanae.
No, you'll come around her. She's different.
Where is it?
She's different.
She's learned.
We have a F Shanae somewhere in the studio.
I think we painted over it.
Yeah.
But,
oh my god, that's so funny. We literally made marks on the wall every single time Shanae pissed us off.
Yeah.
And was it not?
And
was
Clayton. Clayton.
Yeah, he's awful.
Whenever they piss us off, we put a tally.
But
it's so annoying.
No, it's like actually such a crazy season of Bachelor in Paradise. It's really good.
Once I graduate and like have a little bit more time on my hands, maybe I'll sit down and watch it because it looks fun.
I can't wait.
It looks drama.
Such drama.
I don't know why I just couldn't get into this past season with Gabby and Rachel. I as much as I love them, for some reason I just wasn't too hyped to watch
like both of them.
To watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, Bachelor and Bachelorette are slowly becoming like less and less desirable to watch for me.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like with TV shows it's hard to commit to in general.
Yeah. I mean, they're just gonna keep on going. I mean, it just depends on the people. You know?
I think my brain, like my attention span has dwindled so much because of like constantly watching like short YouTube videos and like TikTok that like committing to watching like a 45 minute episode of something is like too much of a commitment.
Yeah.
Well, I always watch it while I'm like doing other things.
See, I have to focus. I can't have it on because then I'll be like, oh shit, what I miss, and then I'm gonna have to rewind the whole time, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, gotta, maybe we'll get into it. Maybe this can be like a Bachelor Rewind podcast.
Right.
Do we know who the next Bachelor is?
Yeah.
I hope it's that one guy that had a kid.
Oh no, it's the guy that's like
Fabio?
No, no.
He's on Bachelor in Paradise. Yes, yeah.
Oh, he ends up. Sorry, I like have been kicking this table all night.
His name's not Fabio though, but
it's like to Jason.
No, I forgot what it is. But so anyway, the guy that's now the Bachelor, his uncle is the voice of Cusco.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Oh.
Hello.
Whoa,
yes,
whoa.
Shelby.
He was also
he's in a bunch of stuff. He does a lot.
He was also the guy from Family Guy in the wheelchair. Love him. He.
Oh yeah.
I know what his name is on the tip of my tongue.
I still don't know the face.
Isn't he? He's the guy who has the podcast. Darker haired guy, look like a teddy bear.
Oh yeah, just like mine.
Darker hair. I don't know about teddy bear, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's exciting.
But yeah, Fabio's on Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh my god, I
can't
love
think
him.
of what his name
you guys,
is.
that guy's my type on paper for real.
Piper for real.
They call him Tarzan.
Yeah, I see it though.
And he came into Paradise wearing nothing but a leaf.
Makes sense.
Okay, I don't like that. My man is not going to be for everyone like that.
No.
We're in Christian Girl Autumn. Don't act a fool.
Time to be thankful.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of being thankful, you guys are about to be really thankful because we're about to give some... Our transitions this episode, nailing it.
Oh, great.
So speaking of being thankful, we're about to give you guys some grade A advice. I took a trip today to Reddit/r/advice, and we're going to read some excerpts of just people asking for advice and what our genuine response would be and what we have to say about these people's reactions. So we're each going to read one.
Okay.
And kind of just like navigate how we would handle this sitch.
I think it's only best to get some advice from the Probably TMI girls.
I think so too. We've got a lot.
We're critics. We're movie critics. We're snack critics.
We're just critical.
We're just the most intelligent women you will ever meet. So I think if anybody wants advice, they want it from us.
You guys, you're going to want to listen to this.
You're going to want to turn up your volume.
Mm-hmm. All right. Who wants to read like a long paragraph?
I don't care.
Who's good at reading?
I can't make any promises, but I can do it.
Oh my gosh,
okay.
That's small.
It's these next two.
Turn the brightness.
I know. Lo siento.
I'm blind.
Okay, all so right. Here we go. Excerpt number 1. Make sure to read the title.
So the title is this the title?
The bold.
Okay, the title is "Oop! My wife told her friends she settled for me." Okay, so it says we have a perfect marriage. That means it's probably not perfect. Mm-hmm. We've been together for 9 years, married for 4. We rarely fight. We're often intimate. We go out on date nights, send memes to each other, the works. If you send memes to each other, then it obviously is a perfect marriage.
No, got it. Like if anything's perfect, it's when you send memes.
Recently, we got the news her ex-boyfriend overdosed and passed away. R.I.P. Sorry to hear that. Now my wife has no connection to him, so we expressed our condolences to his family over text and nothing more. She often goes out with her friends, and I always let her. I have no problem with it because I used to trust her 100%.
Ooh.
Used.
Yeah.
Used.
I had to work late, so I told my wife that if she wants, she can call her friends over to our place since I wouldn't be around. Well, the rains were heavy and our office was told to leave early because some light flooding was taking place on the roads. I reached home and I could tell her friends were there, so I quietly went into our room unnoticed. Everyone was speaking quite loudly, though, so I could hear a lot, and the ex-boyfriend came up in conversation.
Okay, so just to clarify, nobody knew that he had come home. He was able to sneak upstairs, and nobody in the house, like, heard him or saw him coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also, you don't have to read, like,
You can just tell me where to stop if it's
stop
just
at the, I guess.
Okay.
Reading's hard.
It do be.
Yeah, I hope I'm doing okay.
Oh my god.
All right. My wife said that 4 years into our relationship, she got a call from her ex-boyfriend who lived in a trailer, offering to help her see the world. Interesting. She said she had a bag packed and was ready to leave, but in the end decided not to and settled for the stability that I was giving her. I didn't know about any of this. She never told me, and she says apparently she settled for me. One of her friends asked her if she ever regretted her choice. She said that she used to, but not recently.
So basically, he's overhearing his wife saying all this shit about him.
I had to work late, so I told my wife that if she wants, she can call her friends over. Oh, wait.
No, that's...
Sorry.
This is a nightmare.
Oh, you told me to start here. I thought you meant
just
stop.
end there, but you just have to...
this is the time where
you want me to read
snack,
just this...
popcorn,
this sentence,
a soda. Candy.
Yeah, that's all, and then just that's it, and then I mean you can read a little bit of this, but it's not
okay.
bad.
Sorry guys, Shelby made this so confusing.
Might take a while.
I'm sorry. Wow,
I guess
you, bitch.
Sit back, relax.
How about you try going on Reddit /r/advice?
I will.
I'm making a snack.
I guess that's it, right? I'm not unstable enough for her to be attracted to me. She has to settle for someone like me. That one word just keeps revolving in my head. Okay, so that's all you wanted me to read, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
like, what if you heard that, like, if you were roles reversed and you came home and your husband's like, yeah, I basically almost left my husband or wife to go and be with my ex, and I seriously considered it, had a bag packed, and then decided, no, I want to be stable instead.
So, I mean, he didn't clarify anything about, like, any conversations he had with her from that point on, did he?
He said he went to, like, a cafe, gathered his thoughts about it, and it said that he, I don't know if he confronted her. He was basically just kind of, like, asking for help. What should I do?
Okay, so my advice would be to confront her, duke it out, sleep on it for, like, a few nights, and move on.
I mean, yeah, for me, I'd want to be dramatic. If I heard that, I would literally walk downstairs and, like, show my face and be like, oh, I had no idea. And, like, really
I don't think I would
her.
do that, actually.
I definitely would. I would embarrass the fuck out of her.
I would break up with them.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, sweet. Well, you can go ahead and pack that bag again. Because I
mean, I think that you would have to hear them out. And she said she doesn't feel like that anymore. She felt like that in the moment, which, like, people grow up and, like, feelings change. People, you know, typically when you're in a healthy relationship, you just, like, continue to love the person more and more as time goes on. So I would assume that she could completely feel totally different and be like, wow, I am with the most amazing person and I love you so much. You'd have to hear her out and get her side of things.
Yeah, I think there's definitely, like, a fault in both parties.
Yeah.
Because if you feel that way and you packed a bag and you almost left, like, you cannot be the one getting all the heat. Like, you made that decision that you might have wanted to do that, and you should have took that as accountability and talk to your wife about your feelings, because you don't just normally just feel like you want to go back to your ex. Obviously he is having problems or commitment problems with his current wife.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had a perfect marriage. That's what he said.
That wasn't a perfect marriage though. If you like,
but he didn't know. He didn't know. He thought it was perfect. They sent each other memes, for God's sakes.
Well, she needed to do a reality check. Okay, if I don't love him, I need to, like, have this conversation with him, and then whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, in a perfect world, I would go downstairs when I'd hear that And then I'd probably say something like really stupid, like, oh, that's cool. You can go ahead and like repack that bag then. And then I'd walk back upstairs, be really dramatic about it.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably leave for a while. And then if I hear them out, and I don't know though, because I feel like I'm the type of person that will always stick with me, and I'll never be able to get over that. And if my husband wasn't the type of person to be super understanding and patient with me during my like healing from that situation, then it would never work.
Yeah, that's the thing, is there will have to be like healing, and that's when you have to work on yourself and work on your marriage and do therapy maybe.
Yeah.
It all depends, but
for sure.
I think that he would have to hear her out, and like I think that it would have to be based on her reaction. If she's like, yeah, like I did settle for you, then be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go find someone that
won't have to settle.
Yeah, won't have to settle. And I think that's understandable. Otherwise, I think that if she's like, no, I made the right choice.
Yeah.
I love
and
you.
there's said
it's
perfect,
like you can still work on it.
Yeah.
And there's said perfect marriage. Obviously, it was not perfect if she would even consider going back with her ex. That means that she still has feelings for them.
Yeah, but they're dead now.
They're dead. Rest in peace.
I don't know. I think that
Rest in
seems
peace.
pretty like mild. Like I think there's a lot of worse things that like would
Could you imagine
someone
that, like,
leave a marriage. Like I think there's like a line between things that you can work on in a marriage and things that you like are unforgivable. And I don't think that's unforgivable.
Shorty just had wanderlust like crazy. Somebody said, I can show you the world. She said, okay. I can be the Jasmine to my Aladdin.
Yeah, that's so true.
I guess, being in a marriage is definitely different, because I feel like maybe it's just my lack of marriage I'm talking.
Right, for sure. Same.
My just single, like, I'm a single person. I'm not, but you know what I mean? I'm not married. So maybe I'm just thinking of it as like a relationship. I feel like that's worth potentially ending a relationship. But yes, I agree with you, Charlotte. Like a marriage, there's a lot more to a marriage. And it's very fucking expensive to get a divorce. So there is definitely, there needs to be a lot more communication in that kind of situation.
I think that's a great point, because if you're in a relationship, that's like red flag enough to end the relationship, because if you get married, then you have more to stress about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were already together for a very long time, so.
Yeah. I think that even, when it comes to, like, cheating, which I will not tolerate cheating. Skylar, if you cheat on me, you're done for. But, like, I mean, if you, like, look into, like, things with marriage and stuff, there's even, like, you have to really, like, if your spouse cheats on you, you can still, like, the relationship, the marriage can still be saved from that point on. Like, it just depends on the people. Are you willing to put the work in? Because marriage is a lot of work, and
people are always growing.
People are always growing. Things can change. Like, so there's a lot of factors that go into it. So that's why I feel like that's kind of mild, and they can definitely work it out.
We need to dedicate an episode strictly to relationship advice.
No, we're
I think
really
we've all
slang.
been through different stuff that could really benefit some people.
I agree.
Just saying.
Yeah,
we're wise beyond our years.
Beyond. 26 who?
Not
So Charlotte.
So,
I'm 22 forever, baby.
Oh, yeah. So, Lavender Comrade, you have something to save, and we hope things go well for you, and hopefully you guys can move past
You
this.
should send this to him.
Maybe send a meme to her about it, and
So true. It'll be hashed in no
and
time.
it can be a joke. You guys will laugh about it later.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to read this next one. It's called Ghosted by Friend with No Explanation by Chicken Nuggies Yum. So they have like a little backstory. It says, we became friends. She had made solid plans with me for future events. She ghosted for no apparent reason, and now I'm sad. So that's like the overall scope of like what's going on.
Which I feel like that happens a lot in friendships.
Yeah, for sure.
I've heard that a lot.
So it says, what do you do when a friend ghosts you with no explanation? I've been hanging out with this girl for about 5 months. We met through my husband. We have a lot in common and seem to hit it off easily. We celebrated her birthday in the middle of October. She wanted to do costumes with us where my husband and I were the Fairly Odd Parents, and she was Timmy Turner. We got our nails done together, went out to dinner, bought tickets to see Blink-182, had plans of having a weekend cabin trip, and she introduced me to her friends. We hung out last Thursday and drank a bottle of wine together and watched movies.
Period.
So it sounds like a pretty good friendship, yeah.
For 5 months in, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing good. Then Saturday, the day of the Halloween party with the plain costumes and everything, she blocked and ghosted me. I don't know where it all went wrong. She blocked my phone number but didn't block me on Snapchat, so I messaged her to ask what happened. I wouldn't have even been mad if there was a response, like reasonable explanation. No response. Then she posted TikTok to her Snapchat saying something to the tune of, I'm so toxic, I'll block you, and then get upset when you don't send a message via pigeon. Don't know what that is. Because if they wanted to, they would. Is this a test? Do I keep trying or do I give her space? I'm really heartbroken and I trusted her, which isn't easy for me to do.
Sounds like not a good friend.
It's not a test. Don't keep trying. She doesn't want to be your
No,
friend.
I think if there comes a point where you ever have to like try in a friendship or any kind of relationship, like put so much effort where you're exhausted and it's like you're not getting anything back out of it, then why it's not worth it.
Yeah,
if you're putting in 100 and they're not.
I've been ghosted by a friend before. It sucks.
Okay, I want to say like 5 months. Do they really know each other? Because there might be something else going on. Maybe like someone said something. It might just be some immaturity of that other girl that ghosted her.
Right. Yeah.
But like you don't just do that. Like a normal like bestie wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I had a girl that like I would have considered a bestie, and she just flat out ghosted me, and like and it was really weird. I was like, hey, do you want to like drive together to this like party or whatever? And then she was like, oh, I can't, my car's full. And then like I got there and she like by myself, like I drove by myself, and then she was just there with one other person, and I was like, interesting, thought your car was full.
That is weird.
And then like every time I would text her or anything, it was like nothing. And then I had a class with her because this was high school, and then I had a class with her, and she sat right behind me, and like I would turn around and like try and like say something to her, and she would just be like,
yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, like, best friend, like, we, like, hung out, like, almost every day, like, every weekend. We did a bunch of shit together. Like,
that's so confusing.
It was very confusing. And so, like, and then I would talk to my other friends, and I'm like, what happened? Like, why is she doing this? And it took, like, a long time for me to even get her answer, and my answer was because I was mean.
I really just think that every person in a relationship, whether it's friendship or not, deserves a chance to, like, be explained to.
Yeah.
You know, ghosting is just so fucked up.
I just feel like, oh my god, my seat is like out of there. I feel like the older you get, the less you start, the less that like relationship, like friendship drama needs to matter to you. So if somebody's creating drama in your life at such like an older age, like you're married, you have a house, kids, whatever, you don't need to be worrying about that shit. Like let them go.
Yeah, and 5 months is not long enough to really stress over it.
I think that it's valid for you to be like confused. I think anybody would be in your situation, but you also have to like know your self-worth and be like, if this person is wasting my time, then I don't need to know any further. I've seen enough. I see all I need to see, and that's it. Move on.
You don't need to keep on trying for sure.
That's it. That's what I would do.
Just let it go.
I mean, of course you're going to be like, what happened? Like, what did I do wrong? But at the end of the day, like sometimes things don't have an answer and it's unexplainable, and you have to just move on with that and realize that if you were the best person you could be and you know you didn't do anything wrong, then
can't blame yourself.
That is their grave to dig. Okay, here's this last one.
Okay, so this one is titled Crying for a Little Help. And here comes some help. My boyfriend, 21, and I, 21, have been together for 5 years. The last couple of weeks I've noticed he's been distant. So this morning I talked to him about this. He said he didn't know if he saw a future with me. This broke my heart because I do see a future with him. I love him dearly, but I don't know what to do. I've been crying the last 4 hours. Some advice because I don't want to give up on the relationship that I have and I still love him. Thanks for the advice.
And that's by?
That is by repulsive_ad771.
I feel like that is such a young age to really make those kind of choices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the first thing that came to my head is communicate it with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should, if you have a healthy relationship, you should be able to feel comfortable enough to communicate how you feel like things have been around the house or around the relationship and address it, because if you're not going to address it, you're just going to be sitting there in your own head and just make it worse and worse. He might be struggling with something, you know, men also struggle with mental health stuff. Like he could be feeling a certain way. It could be true and he could be losing feelings, but in order to really understand why that's happening, you really have to have a conversation with that person.
Yeah, and just like see where, you know,
that's the best. I mean, like what else would you do?
Communication is like the biggest thing in any kind of relationship, because otherwise you'll let things eat you alive. You know,
it's like not even just relationship, just like communication, just in life. Like you can't. You know, I don't know.
And even if then he still gives you kind of like a hazy answer, then you don't need to deal with that. And I know that's hard to kind of grasp when you're so young and in your early 20s and you really saw a future with somebody. You don't need to understand why people make the choices that they do. Mm-hmm. You have to think for yourself and think about what you want. And if that person's not making you happy, then you don't have to stay in that uncomfortable situation where you're wondering your self-worth all the time, you know? And once you're gone, he might realize the presence that you had on him, and he's going to realize how empty he feels without you. And then when he does, it's either too late or that'll be just what you guys needed to mend the relationship. So
yeah, the feeling of like distant is scary though. Like when, I mean, I'm sure we all experience some type of like situation where our partner or someone in our life is like being distant with us, like that, the anxiety that
so
causes.
scary, yeah.
Like it's totally okay to like feel scared about that, but you know, like we've been saying, you just gotta attack it.
I think my toxic self is gonna say you should be like, yeah, I don't see anything with you either, but I thought we were just like having fun, right? And just like really downplay it and then move on, and just like really hit him in the face with something really toxical. I wouldn't do that. I'm too scared to do that, but I think that'd be funny.
That'd be badass.
That'd be really badass. Yeah, I guess those are our advices.
God throws his curveballs at the strongest players.
That's another interpretation. Isn't it God's hardest battles go to his strongest soldiers or something like that?
Something like that.
Same thing.
Wow.
I just connected it with baseball. Go
Yeah.
Phillies. Fuck the Astros.
Go Philly. Yeah, fuck the Astros.
Anyways.
Oh my God, on what? That was kind of fun, you guys. I liked giving advice. I think that we're like pretty darn good at giving real advice.
Smart.
And I think we're all pretty different at how we handle situations. So I feel like we're able to
sure.
give like a pretty big spread of how to go about the situation. So.
I agree.
Yeah, hope you guys like this advice, and if you like stuff like this, we'd be more than happy to do more of these kind of videos, because why not, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that wraps up this episode, you guys.
I think it does.
That was a lot of fun.
We'll hit the TMIs.
Do we have to give them the
hit them.
tragic news that we're not doing the wheel TMI or the
Yeah.
Hot Wheels today?
Yeah, we're not doing Hot
We
Wheels.
are currently updating the wheel to have the most amazing, extravagant, updated questions for the Probably TMI hosts. So next week we'll be back to that, and we have some new questions coming. But today we're just skipping it. We're going straight to our TMIs.
Straight to the TMIs.
Straight to the TMIs. Who would like to go first?
Well, I have my TMI.
Go ahead.
I feel like you start that every week. Like, well, I have a TMI.
Well, something happened this week.
Earlier this week, I was at the Dollar Tree.
Per.
You know,
God, you're
getting
always
my
there,
bargains.
like every week.
Wig.
And a kid, like, I was sitting in my car and a kid rolled into me and hit me.
Oh, that's
Oh my
right.
gosh, really?
Yeah, and
Sorry,
it was.
I can't see.
Sorry. I'm itching my bug bites.
Yeah, so I like get out of my car because I'm like, hello, you just hit my car. And it was like a young kid. He's like, he was so apologetic, really nice. And basically he was just like,
Young kid, very apologetic.
is that funny?
No, the air conditioner went off. You didn't
conditioner
hear
went
it?
Yeah, I did, but why is that funny?
Because it's like, of course.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's like, I should have turned it off, but I forgot.
Anyway.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys. Anyways.
So yeah, he was really apologetic. It was fine, but he's like telling me basically that his car just like will shut down and then it rolls.
Right.
Like,
So
stall.
that's what happened.
Was it in sort of the parking lot?
Yeah.
So what was he like parking and he hit you? Or
No,
is
he was
just
leaving.
Oh.
And it like just apparently rolled right.
Are his
into
parents
me.
worried for his safety? Because I
Was
would
his
be.
car-
I don't know, but I
neutral?
think that he doesn't want his parents to know because he was like, oh, like let's not go through insurance. I'll just give you cash. Like, and then his brother was with him. He's like, oh, I know a guy. He can just buff that out for you.
So there wasn't much damage.
Charlotte went
No,
through
it
insurance
was-
anyway.
Yeah, like
Did you really?
yeah, because
Girl boss.
you know I'm gonna get a check for that.
Oh my God.
They need to fix it. Like
Yeah.
that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So he said he had insurance. So it's like if you have
Yeah.
insurance, that's what it's for.
As
Like
long as the police isn't.
so I think the only reason he was being like that is because he like didn't want his dad to find out or something because it's like under his
kid.
dad's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a younger kid, but yeah, so it's just kind of like one of those things. It's like a fucking, of course, another thing to do and deal with people and insurance. And I've already have been dealing with insurance a lot lately because it's just so expensive and I hate it.
Everything's very expensive. Oh my God.
I'm trying to like get that down a little
Yeah,
bit.
absolutely. We all are, girl.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, I
thanks for
hate
sharing
dealing
that.
with insurance companies.
I was telling Charlotte that literally happened to me the other day. Somebody literally backed up into me.
Really?
At Winn-Dixie. Yeah, and then she
What?
just got in their car. And I just looked back like, what the actual dick and fuck? And then she was like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. I was already going ahead.
Someone's tapped me and just kept on driving one time.
It's like,
like,
okay. My TMI is, hi, my name's Shelby.
Hi.
At work the other day, I was like by myself on the floor, like busting my chops, and some guy comes up to me, like grown ass man, and he was like, can I get another side of cream with this? So Starbucks, it's really loud in there. So I was like, what did you say? And he goes, side of cream, please?
Ew.
With that attitude, that cadence, looks at me dead in the eyes, and I said, I heard you.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was like, no, I didn't say that, but I was like, I didn't hear you the first time, like kind of gave him the same cadence back.
Same energy.
And I gave it to him, and then he just like didn't say anything and walked out. I'm like, yeah, I hope you understand how you sound when you're being the fattest pussy to ever walk this earth.
So rude.
And like another girl came in and ordered like the most ridiculous drink when there's a full line. And again, I'm alone on the floor. Yeah, can I get like a venti strawberry acai, triple shaken, upside down, 3 ice cubes, extra strawberry acai, but also no ice at the same time, microwaved, you know, like that kind of beverage. Microwaved. And then, of course, the whole time I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, start making the drink, and she's like, that's why I order at Starbucks, right? Because you guys handle high maintenance people like that.
She said that?
Yeah, and like
Weird.
laughed like, like that's why I love you guys. You guys like handle us high maintenance people.
No, but
Bro.
that's so like you're doing this intentionally.
Yeah, and it's just like that is totally like
Just 'cause
Starbucks
you
customers. Like, oh my god, it was so annoying.
Because you know any other coffee shop would be like, we don't do that.
Like,
Yeah, like I wish I
You
could
can
just make a
order
latte.
it the
call it a
regular
day.
way that it is.
Yeah, this lady. Oh my god, some people, and it's grown adults too. Grown adults seem to think that our generation is the problem. You should do some self reflections.
For sure.
So that's my TMI, just anger.
wow.
Just anger.
Nothing really extravagant happened to me this week. One time I was getting up off the carpet and my pinky toenail's a little long. Got caught on the carpet and like ripped.
Why are you barefoot?
Yikes.
No, like I had sandals on.
Oh.
But I was like on my like shins, like on my knees, and like my feet were like this on the carpet, you know.
Ugh. Wait,
Yikes.
your like whole toenail came off?
No, not my whole toenail, like carpet came off the carpet.
Oh.
Because my sharp toenail, I need a pedicure. I'm going to pedicure
Toenails of steel.
I haven't gotten a
Industrial.
pedicure since prom of 2017.
Yeah, I need a pedicure.
Industrial toenail.
So it was like long and strong and pointy. So like the corner of it, because I kind of have like a square. I have really tiny toes, like they're like little piggy toes. I've like broken my toes hundreds of times.
Don't
It's
give that
really-
info out for free, girl.
Sorry guys, you guys have to pay for that.
Feet finder.
Venmo in the comments below. My Venmo, not yours. So yeah, I was just getting up and it caught and it literally like ripped some carpet out of the carpet because it was such a strong rip.
That's actually hilarious.
I wish I could like give you more of a visual. But
Does it feel weird to wear sandals at work? Because I feel like it's always been closed-toed shoes, like forever.
not really.
I feel like it would be like a dream come true to wear sandals to work. I'd be like, yes, I can let my hogs free.
Yeah.
Anywhere I've worked is always closed-toed, non-slip, so.
Oh. The
Yeah.
only place that I've had to wear closed toes was Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always had to wear
Everywhere
closed-toed.
else was fine with
I
that.
wear any kind of shoes.
Dang, that's awesome. Good for you, girl. You really made it.
Thanks, girl.
All right, you
I'm
guys.
living the dream, girl.
Yeah, got the hogs out on a Wednesday. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching this episode of Probably TMI.
15, baby.
Comment happy birthday for me.
For me.
Give Charlotte happy birthday wishes. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys see us again next week, and
Yes.
we'll have some more great content for you to tune into. Like, subscribe, comment, and share our podcast with a friend.
Yeah, why not?
Show us some love.
Show us some. Also, you guys, our podcast is not that vulgar. Please stop telling people that we have a vulgar podcast. It's not that bad. Okay.
You guys want vulgar? Go watch the first like 100 episodes of Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, we are pretty mild, and
I didn't know what people were saying.
yeah, people
before.
like people are being like, oh my god, like they're like, yeah.
Well,
Whatever.
you never lived.
We can be a little
You
more
think we're
vulgar.
vulgar.
If you
Yeah.
think this is vulgar,
This
we
is
can
pretty
bring it.
mild.
We
This is
can
pretty
bring it.
mild. That's why we're Probably TMI. Just about to remind you again why we're called Probably TMI is because we do have the opportunity to share
We're
information
oversharing.
that's a little bit
that
too much.
you're not going to share on the internet, but we will because we're probably TMI.
Exactly. So
So,
Yeah.
see you Tuesday.
please
with-
stop telling my parents not to watch this podcast because it's not that bad.
Not at all.
Thank you. Okay. Love you guys very much, and we'll see you in the next
See you
one.
on Tuesday, bitches.
Bye.